Okay. So yes, if you have some dumbbells may be a little bit easier to use. Otherwise, you could just use a couple of books or some washing up detergent, like a bottle of it, something that's going to be a little heavy. Get creative. I had somebody using some brass sculptures, little sculptures that they had in their house. You can use anything. We don't need bands today. Just going to angle that down a little bit. And of course, plenty of energy for today's workout then.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm here.
Quite all right, Trinny. Okay, let's get started with a little bit of mobility. You're actually going to start off with a Pilates roll down this morning. So I want you to nod the head, roll down, and then vertebra by vertebra, come back up, reach your arms up to the sky, get a little bit of extension through the spine, and then you're going to roll down, nod the head, roll back up again, big reach, squeeze those back muscles as you reach the arms up, and again you roll all the way up. Good. So you just start to get the blood flow through the body. You're going to bring a little bit of extra blood through to the head, and you start to mobilize your back, most importantly. Okay, you've got one more. Reach up, and then I want you to take a wide stance. We're going to go into a deep squat, and I want you to reach your right arm up to the sky with the left hand on the inside of your left foot. Place that hand down, and then reach that left arm up, back to the center. Stand up, reach the arms up to the sky, and then again you come into your deep squat. Hands on the inside of the feet, reach your right arm up on the out breath. Right hand comes back down, reach your left arm up. Hand comes back down, roll up, big reach. Good, and again, we've got a few of these just to get in the rotation, and we're firing up the legs. Getting those arms moving, rotation through the spine. Glutes are working a little bit of a stretch through those inner thigh muscles. Good, and then you're going to do one more, and I want you to hold it then. So you've got one more rotation on each side. Then keep your hands on the inside of your feet, or you can take hold of underneath your feet, and you're going to bend and extend the legs. So you come into a stretch. So from the side, it's just going to let it. So you lower, and then lengthen. So you're bending your knees, and then lengthening your legs. So you'll really start to notice the legs getting warm. Good, going for another 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Go for 2. Good, and then last one. Then you take a step back. You're going to roll down, walk your hands out into a high plank. Let's fire up that upper body a little bit. You're going to go into a shoulder tap, walk your hands back to your feet, big stretch again. Then you roll down, walk your hands out, tap one shoulder with one hand, the other shoulder with the other hand, and roll all the way back up. So that's right hand to left shoulder, then left hand to right shoulder. So you're actually gently firing up the side of the stomach, you're challenging that scapular stability, and you're getting in a very gentle elevation of your heart rate. So it's very gentle cardio. Good. Walking those hands back towards your feet. And I want you to do 2 more here. And then you're going to hold the last plank. Good. Walk those hands back. Big reach. You've got one more, and you are holding that plank after the shoulder tap. Good. So you're going to tap, tap. Then bring your knees in towards your hips. So your knees are hovering, you're in a bear plank. That's it. Then you push back into a downward dog. Then you're going to come forwards back into that bear plank. So you go from a bear plank to a downward dog, just to really fire up the shoulders, keep firing up that core, and we're getting in that nice lengthening through the calf muscles and the hamstrings. Good. Inhale, you come forwards. And exhale, you push back. Good. Going for another 4. Lift, go for 3. Good. 2. 1 more. You're going to bend your knees, then push back, and alternate bending one leg and then the other leg in that downward dog position. In Pilates, we call this running. You can do this slowly or you can pedal the feet a little more quickly. The choice is yours as long as you're feeling that nice stretch. Good. Going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk your hands towards your feet. Have another big stretch up to the sky. Take hold of your left wrist in your right hand. You're just going to pull yourself over to the right. Feel that lengthening. And then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So left hand holding your right wrist back to the center. And now you're going to sit down on your mat and we're going to get started with that ab routine. Okay. You're going to have your legs shoulder width here. And you're going to reach your arms forward. So we're going to get started with a roll back straight away. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to tuck the hips, create a C curve with your spine, roll all the way down. So you're rolling all the way down, reach your arms above your head. And then you're going to bring your arms down, nod your head, and roll all the way back up. Reach forwards, sit up nice and tall, and then you're going to roll down again. Reaching those arms behind your head. So you may find that your legs lift a little bit here as you're bringing yourself back up. That could be one of 2 reasons. Either you're still working on gaining strength in the abdominals, or you're lacking mobility in the spine. And this is actually a great spinal mobility exercise as well as abdominal exercise. You can use your arms for momentum a little bit on the way up. So you roll down, arms are behind it. And if you bring the arms up quickly, it might give you a little momentum. Ideally, you want to come up with slow, controlled movement. And it's a 4-breath pattern, this one. You inhale to start the movement. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale, start to lift the arms. And as you come up, you exhale and reach. Good, you've got 1 more. That's it, and then you're going to lie down, all the way down. Good, and I want you to bring your legs up towards the sky. From here, you're going to lift the chest, lower one leg, lift, lower the other.
Are we holding onto our legs with the back? Oh,
no, so your hands are behind your head. So you're going to place your hips down, hands behind your head, and your legs are just lifted up.
Okay.
So one leg, lift, the other leg, lift. Chest stays lifted the whole time. Inhale, you lower. Exhale, you lift. And we start to fire up the side of the stomach. You're also firing up those hip flexors. If it starts to feel a little too grippy in the hip flexors, you can bend your legs instead. But it is great to strengthen those hip flexors. Keep that chest in the air. You're going for another 6, 5. Try to lift the torso, Trinny.
Where am I?
You're holding the stomach curl. So you're lifting.
When?
The whole time. The whole time. So that's it. Go for another 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring your legs into a diamond position, toes together, knees apart. I want you to lift your torso, then come back, lower the legs just a little bit, then you lift, lower, lift and lower. So you start to do little crunches, knees are apart so it takes pressure off your hip flexors, and you're really going to start to feel those abdominals fire up a lot. That's it. Exhale to lift. Inhale, come back a little bit. Good. Nice. Going for another 6, 5. Belly button drawn down slightly. Go for 3, 2. One more, lift and hold. Lift and hold. You're going to extend and bend the legs. So your legs are come out at a diagonal and then you bring them back into that sort of frog shape. You extend, bend, chest stays lifted the whole time this time. Inhale, exhale, reach forwards, inhale, bend. Lower back stays on your mat. Really, really feel that you're engaging all of those tummy muscles. Try and lift your chest. You've got 3. That's it. So chest stays lifted. It's an isometric hold. 2. Hold on 1. Static hold. I want you to reach those legs forwards. You're holding for 10. Really tuck the hips. If you want, you can bring your arms down next to your hips. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay.
It does hurt me on my stomach, that it hurts me on my inner groin. That's why I find
the hip flexors.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're actually going to keep your feet down now and place your left hand behind your head. And I want you to reach across the body. So you bring that arm back, then reach across. Inhale, exhale. So you start to feel the left side of the stomach fire up.
This is the one where we're chasing it round.
No, so your left hand is behind your head.
Yeah.
You reach your right arm up, then you reach across. So you lift the chest and reach across the body. That's it.
Okay.
Good. Perfect, Trinny. And you will start to feel the left side of the stomach fire up here. Good. Going for another 15 seconds, and then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. 4 reps. 3 more. Perfect. 2. Last 1. Switch sides. Right hand behind your head. Now you lift the chest. Reach over to the right. Inhale back. Exhale, reach. Good. Perfect. So we're really getting those obliques working here, the side of the stomach, as well as the rest of the rectus abdominis muscles. Going for another 3, 2, last 1, and stop there. You're going to have a big stretch for a second. Stretch out the stomach, reach the arms above the head, reach the legs long as if you've just woken up. And then you're going to bring those arms down, turn onto your right side. Right forearm on your mat, you're going to have your legs either one stacked on top of the other or your left foot in front of your right foot. And you're going to lift your hips to reach your left arm up. So we're going into a static side plank. Really lifting the hips. If you can keep one leg on top of the other, then go for it. If you want to work really hard here, you can lift your left leg. But that's going to be pretty intense and a lot of pressure on those stabilizing muscles. Or you can come into the modified position with your knee down. You're here for 30 seconds. You've got 20 seconds to go. Good. Make sure that right shoulder is locked down into position. 10 seconds left. Good. Keep holding. Keep tucking those hips. 3, 2, 1. Stop. You're going to switch to do the same on the other side now. So that left forearm is down, either in a modified plank with your knees on the ground, or your legs are out straight. You lift, you can lift that right leg. Keep lifting. Good, and you reach that arm up to the sky, create those nice big lines. Good. And you are here for another 20 seconds. Sit, holding for 10. Keep lifting that waistline for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, you're going to come up onto your feet, and I want you to get your weights or your book, whatever you're using today. And we're going to get to work with those legs and the arms simultaneously.
I've got
You're going to have your feet towards the feet parallel to begin with. And I want you to take a step out to the right side, hips back, so you're coming into a side lunge. When you come in, you press the weight above your head, then bring that weight towards the chest. So to the side, it looks like this. You step and press. Step, press. So you're getting the side of the leg working, but you're also getting those arms working. And it's so biceps a little bit, shoulders, and you're really working all of the muscles on the lateral part of the leg. Make sure the feet stay parallel, so toes stay turned forwards. Sit, and it's an inhale, exhale. And this one, you can elevate your heart rate if you really get going with it. So you can, if you increase the speed of the movement, you're going to get that heart rate up. Good. Go for another 3, 2. Perfect. Last one on that side. And then we're going to switch and do the same on the other side. So, stepping out to the left side this time. Deep breath in. Exhale, drive up. Inhale, exhale. So to the side, you're shooting those hips back. You're pushing into the left side of the hip. And then you're pressing the weight up above the head without hinging your back. You keep it nice and safe, the core fully switched on, functioning as it should. That's it. And if you do have any sort of knee strain, a side lunge can often take that away actually, just because you're activating muscles to help protect those knees. You're here for another 20 seconds, working with that breath. You can go slow and take your time with it, or you can pick up the pace, which will be a little more difficult with this one. Going for another 2. Last one. Press. You're going to put that book down, and you're going to come into, or sorry, the weight down, and you're going to come into a modified burpee with a push-up. So a nice combination here. You're going to reach your arms up to the sky, then hands down, walk the feet out, lower into your push-up, knees down to push, lift your knees, walk your feet back in, reach up, and you can rise up onto your toes as well if you want here. Then hands down, feet out, one push-up, feet in, reach. If you want to add in a little jump to reach up, you absolutely can do. That's going to make it a little more cardiovascular, although I think this is already raising the heart rate anyway. Obviously that jump is going to make it slightly more intensive. Good. Lower. Push, get those arms working, and reach. Good. Walk the feet out, one push up. Good, hips tucked. Reach. And because you're using more than one muscle group, you're getting those arms moving, legs moving. That's what makes it more cardio. That's it. You've got another 20 seconds here. If you want to leave out the push-up, you can do as well. Sometimes the push-up is a little much, so you can just come into the modified burpee bit. You've got one more. Sit, hands down, walk the feet out. Walk, one push up. Good. Walk the feet back in. And big reach. Okay. Grab a sip of water. You've got to rest now for 30 seconds. So stay hydrated. A nice deep breath, and then you're going to be going back into your first exercise, which was the side lunge with the shoulder press. So you need your weight for that. Okay, weight is in front of the chest. You step out to the right side, hips back, drive up. Inhale, exhale. The heavier the weight, the harder this is, of course, because you've got more resistance, more to push, meaning that you then need.
Do I put the weight down? So when I get here, do I put the weight down?
No, hold it in front of the chest. So as you're doing, that's it. So you hold and then press. Good. Over halfway. Keep the speed up from the side. Looks like this. Keep the spine neutral. Go for 3 more. 2. Last one. Press, and then you switch to do the same on the other side. So let's go. You step out to the left. Press the weight up. Other side, Trinny, because you just did that side. So you're going to bring your, that's it. So you step this way and then push. Good. Nice, keeping those hips tucked in. Inhale, exhale, drive up, feet parallel. Good, you've got another 3, 2, last one, and put that weight down. You're going to come into your modified burpee with the push-up. So you start, you reach the arms up to the sky, bend your knees, hands go down on the ground, walk your feet out, lower into your push-up. You can have your knees lifted or knees lowered for that push-up. Then you lift those knees again when you're in that high plank. Bring the feet in, rock back, reach up to the sky. So we're really getting that upper body working because you've just been doing some shoulder presses with the weights, and now you're challenging them in a slightly different way and working slightly different muscles. 20 seconds to go. Good. Push. Good. That's it. Trinny, you've got 2 more reps. And push. Feet come in. You can go for a little jump if you want. Last one. Good. Push. Bring those feet in. Big jump. And stop. You're going to rest for a few seconds. Okay. You're going to come into a new round of exercises after this. And we're going to focus on working the one leg to begin with. So you're going to have that left leg bent on the mat. And you're going to keep it bent. You're going to reach your arms forwards and then bring them back. So you reach, extend the leg, bring it in. Reach, return. So you're really keeping your weight on the left leg. So you tap your right foot in. That's it. Reach the arms. Get the back muscles working. Good. Keep it going. And then you can start to pick up the pace. You pick up the pace. It's going to be gentle cardio, but it's still strength work. You're sending those hips back. The weight is through that left heel. Good. You may start to feel that little bit of burning through the left leg. 15 seconds, and then there is a hold to come. Going for another 5 reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it. See if you can lift that right leg. Foot is flexed. Little pulses up with that right leg. Little tiny pulses. Toes turned just slightly out to the side. You're squeezing the butt. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, still working that left leg, Trinny.
Yeah.
Still working it. You're going to come down to your mat, have your left forearm down, your knees back. You're going to come into a clamshell lift. Hips are tucked in. You've got a straight line through the torso. So you lift and lower. Lift, lower. Inhale, exhale as you rise up. As a bonus, you're getting the side of the stomach working, and you should really feel that left glute work, especially the glute medius. Good. Going for another 10 seconds, and then there is a hold. That's it. Go for another 3 reps. Go for 2. Last one. Lift and hold. Extend your right leg. Little pulses up for 10, 9. Little tiny pulses if you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, lie on your back. Left heel on the ground, right knee towards your chest. You're going to lift your hips. Hold for a second, extend that leg. You lower and kick. Lower.
Sorry,
kick.
I don't know what you're doing again. What's
So
happening to my left and right leg?
You're going to lift your hips, lift your right leg, straighten your right leg. Keep your hands down on the mat. Flex the foot. You're going to keep the hips up as you lower that right leg, and then you kick. Inhale, lower, exhale, kick. So it's a nice dynamic movement. Just lowering it to the level of your left knee. Good. You've got 10 of these. Keep those hips lifted. You're going to really feel that left side working. Good. If you can, try and squeeze your bum a little bit more on that left side. You've got 4. Good. Go for 3, 2, and last one.
Oh.
Okay, you're going to come into a quick stretch. You're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee. Come into the figure 4 stretch. So left ankle is over your right knee, and pull the leg towards you. Sit so you feel a stretch around the hip. It might feel a bit intense because you've just been working those muscles and you've got lactic acid in there. Okay. Then before we work the other side, you're going to come into a back exercise. So I want you to turn over. And you're going to bring your arms out in a T shape. You lift and lower. Squeeze the butt, hips tucked. Lift the upper body and lower. And focus on really lifting those arms towards the sky. So you're pulling the shoulders back as much as possible. You pull them back and down. Squeeze the back muscles. Trinny, arms are straight. So I want you to have your arms in a T shape. Arms wide. Thumbs up to the sky. So you're outwardly rotating the arms. Good. Going for another 5 reps. With a little hold on the last one. You've got 3, 2, lift and hold this one. Pulse those arms up to the sky. 10 pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Rest in child's pose. So you're completely relaxing your back. Good. And then slowly roll up. Have a sip of water. You're actually going to work that left side all over again. Doing the same sequence of exercises. And then we're going to be working the right side. So we want to fatigue that left leg, the left glutes.
Okay.
Okay, Trinny. So your left foot is firmly on the ground. Hips are pushed back, and you're going for that reach again. Reach as you extend that right leg back. Weight is through your left heel. And this is a nice one you can do anywhere because there's no weight involved. It's just your body weight.
Is my foot on the ground when I go back, or is it lifted?
You tap your foot down, just tap the toes. Tap, tap. So really, it's just to give you a little bit of balance. It's more for that, for your brain, so that you can maintain your balance.
Is my right foot down or my left foot down?
Your left foot is down. We're working the same side. That's it. Inhale, exhale, reach back.
We're working the same side as we did?
Yes, because we're really fatiguing. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, because I want you to do 2 rounds of each. So it's 2 sets, but we're really fatiguing that left side. You've got 2 more. Extend and hold. Lift your right leg. Keep your left leg bent. Little pulses up. You need to bring your hands in front of the chest into prayer position. You can do. You're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Now you come onto your left forearm again, and we go into the clamshells. Make sure that left shoulder is set down.
With the clamshells, Nathalie, can you remind me, are my knees perpendicular to my hips, or are they pushed out a bit? Are my heels perpendicular to my hips?
Your knees are. So your feet are back. So your hips are in an extension. You've got. It should be.
We've got a straight line from the knee to the hip to the hip.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
So your hips are tucked in. Then you lift and lower. So we get that left side working. You're still working the right side a little bit, but it's more the left that's doing the work. And it's an exhale to lift up and an inhale to lower. So here you're working the triceps, the shoulder, the back a little bit, the waistline, and the hip stabilizers. Good. Coming into those leg lift and pulses in 3 reps time. 2. Lift and hold. Extend your right leg. Little pulses up. 10 reps. This is where it gets a little more fatiguing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You're going to lie on your back. Then it's just your left heel down. Right knee towards your chest. You're going to tuck in, lift those hips, extend your right leg. You inhale, lower, and exhale, kick that right leg. You flex the foot as you lower the leg down towards your left knee, and then point the toes to kick back up. You want to keep your hips level the whole time, so your obliques stay working. It's also a good core exercise. Only 10 reps, halfway. 4, kick, 3. Really lifting and squeezing the back of that left leg. Last one. And stop. Roll down, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Pull that right leg towards you, come into your figure 4 stretch. So you get a nice release there. Then we come into that back exercise again, and then you're working the right leg, but we're doing a different exercise between the sets. So if you turn over, lying on your stomach, arms come out to the side, hips tucked in, you lift, pause for a second, and then relax back down. Lift and lower. Good, and it's an exhale as you come up, inhale to lower back down. Nice. Really pulling those shoulders back. Good. 2 more. Lift and hold. 10 pulses with those arms coming back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Rest in your child's pose. Then we're working the right leg and the right glutes. So when you're ready, you can come up, have a sip of water because you're between sets now, so you have a little bit of a rest. And then we go into working that right leg. Okay, Trinny, so that right foot is down on the ground. This time it's your left leg going back, still reaching those arms forward, so you get the whole body working. You tap that left foot. Weight is through that right side. That's it. Reach, squeeze the back as you bring the arms in. And you want to keep pushing the hips back. You could almost lift your toes on that right side because the weight should be coming through that right heel. Good. Exhale, inhale, tap, going for another. 5, 4, 3, 2, reach and hold. Lift your left foot, little pulses up with that left leg. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. Come on to your right side now. We know what these exercises are. We've done them before twice. Your feet are back, hips tucked in, right shoulder is locked down into position, straight line through the body. You lift the hips, lift that left knee, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. And it's really fantastic for working the side of the stomach, this one. Really great for waist time. Good, but always make sure that when you come into that sort of side plank position, you roll the shoulder back, set it down, almost if you're clicking your shoulder blade into place. Good, you've got another 4 of those, and then the little pulses. 2, lift and hold, extend your left leg, pulse up 10 times, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie on your back. Right heel is down. Left leg is lifted this time. You lift up, extend that left leg, flex the foot as you lower, point the toes to kick. Inhale, lower, exhale, kick. Really squeeze the back of your right leg. 10 reps, that is all. Get those hamstrings working, glute maximus working, and mobility in that hip is happening too. Keep lifting. 3, 2, 1 more. Roll down. Right ankle over your left knee this time. Pull the left leg towards you and hold that stretch. Good. Holding for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, Trinny, you're going to turn over and we're going to go into a round the world plank. So your hands are down. If this is uncomfortable on your wrist, you can come onto your forearms. You're going to lengthen out your legs, hips are tucked. You lift your right arm, place the hand down, lift your right leg, foot down, left leg, foot down, left arm reaches, and then you start again from the top. So your knees are lifted, you reach your right arm, left arm, or left leg, sorry. So it goes arm, leg, other arm. So you work your way around the body.
And I just stay like this?
You just stay like this. Keep lifting, because you're challenging all of the stabilizing muscles in your body. You're really getting the deeper core muscles working. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop. Come up onto your feet. That one is a really, really tough plank. Really gets you very hot. Okay, we're going into round 2, working that right leg. And then we've got a little finisher, some cardio. And you're done. So, right foot is down on the ground. You reach your arms forward, then bring them back in. Reach, return. Tapping your left foot down. Weight is through that right heel. And this is a move that I would often do on the reformer, the Pilates reformer, or with a glider. We used to use gliders, even though you hated them. That's it. Exhale to reach, inhale to return. Perfect, Trinny. Challenging those endurance muscles on the right side. Good. We're almost into those little leg lift pulses. Go for another 4, 3, 2. Reach and hold. Lift that left leg. Flex the foot, turn the toes out slightly. You're really squeezing that left glute. Little lift, lift, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Last time you're doing that clamshell lift. You come onto your right forearm. Feet are back, knees are back. Last time is the best time.
Yes.
Right shoulder down, hips tucked in. You're going to lift. Remember, you've got that straight line going through the body. Just 30 seconds here. And again, you're lifting that torso. You want to feel those muscles down the side of the body tighten up. They're contracting. You're here for another 4. Lower the hips between repetitions. That's it. And 3 more. Go for 2. Lift and hold. Lift your left leg, little pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie down on your back. Right heel down, you tuck in, lift up, extend your left leg, focus on that the hips being tucked in. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Lower, kick. This is a nice, fun, dynamic movement. Keep those hips lifted. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Stop. Roll down. You've got that round the world plank for the last time, and then we're having a nice big, well, we're having a small finisher and then a big stretch. So I want you to turn over. Lift those knees, lengthen out those legs, hips tucked in. Reach your right arm, lift your right leg, lift your left leg, lift your left arm. And then you're back to the right side. It's nice and controlled. And it's only for 20 seconds, this one, because it's so tough. That's it. Slow it down a little bit, Trinny. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Come up onto your feet. We're going into a little bit of a finisher. We're going into those quick feet because it really gets those calf muscles working, the legs, the whole body. So you want to come into a stance that's shoulder width. Then you're up on your toes and you start really moving those feet as fast as you can. Bring your feet a little further apart. And I want you to start to reach the arms forwards. So it's kind of like, it is like a dance move. They do this in bar classes a lot. That's it. Really, really fast. Gets that whole body fired up. A little bit of cardio, but it's low impact. Faster if you can. That's it. Swing those arms. You're here for another 15 seconds. And then you've got 1 more exercise after this. Good. Going for another. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down on the ground. You're going to bring the feet in and then bring them out, coming into a bear plank and then out of the bear plank. So,
what are we doing now?
Knees are lifted off the ground. You extend your legs, then bend your knees, bring them back in. That's it. But you want to keep your knees lifted, Trinny, so the knees stay hovering in the air. That's it. Perfect. 20 seconds to go. If this doesn't feel good on your knees, you can come into side steps. So you bring one foot out to the side, then the other. Otherwise, you're doing this one, which is a little more intense on the abs. Okay. 10 seconds. And then it is time to stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Complete. We're going to stretch. That well-earned stretch, well-deserved.
Oh my God. Okay.
You can lie down, Trinny, on the mat with your band.
Ladies, are you dead? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, right foot in that band. Extend the leg up to the sky, left leg down on the ground. Deep breath in, bend the knee, exhale, extend the leg. Trinny, you get what you asked for. That's all I can do.
Now we've done it. I think we feel great. Any ladies running off now, please stretch because we've done such a workout.
Such a good workout. So if you don't have time to stretch, we actually have a video, don't we, on your...
We have a video which is just stretching.
stretching.
So go on to IGTV series. So go click on the grid. Above the grid there's 3 icons and the one in the middle sort of has a play button. So click on that and that's all the series we do. And click on the word series and you get our sort of, I don't know, 60, 70 exercise filters. That's time. But one of the stretching.
Catalogue of workouts.
Yeah.
Extend the other leg now, Trinny. So both legs are straight. But keep the leg down, the other leg down on the ground. So, and then you can keep hold of the band in your, is that your left leg that's in the air?
No, my right leg.
Your right leg, okay. So hold of the band in your left hand and pull the leg slightly across towards your left shoulder. But you keep the hips firmly down. That small movement is going to really stretch the outside of the leg. If you're very tight, especially in the IT band area, you're going to feel this in the knee. Or if your hips are really tight, that's where you're going to feel it. Holding for another 10 seconds, and then you can switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Switch to stretch out the other leg now. So you can come into the active stretch where you bend and extend. Slowly extending, pausing for a second. And if you don't have a band at home, you can use a towel, you can use a belt. We've all got a towel and a belt somewhere hanging around. You can even use your handbag strap if you need to.
Very good idea.
You're going to go for another 2. 1 more. Extend and hold that leg straight. Take hold of the band this time in your right hand. Keep your hips down and pull the leg slightly towards your right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. If you need to bend the knee a little bit here, you absolutely can do. And it's just good to relax now. You've done a good workout. Take some deep breaths. And appreciate your hard work. Back to the center. Take that foot out of the band. And you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. In fact, let's do this one against the window or the wall there, because it's easier to hold the stretch. So if you have your left leg at 90 degrees, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. And because you've got your foot against the wall, you're kind of anchored into the stretch, and it's a lot easier than trying to lift your body and pull the leg towards you. If you feel like your hip is really jammed into the hip socket, you sort of take hold of your right thigh towards the knee and kind of pull it out of your hip socket and press the leg down. You'll get a deeper stretch, so it'll make it feel more comfortable. So you're creating space in the hip. So you could take hold of the leg, slightly pull it away from the hip, and then you can press the leg down a little bit, and that's going to give you some decompression. Good. Holding for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to do the same on the other side. Nice deep breaths holding this. Holding for another 5. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. You're going to come out of that stretch, and we're going to stretch out those hip flexors now, because they did quite a bit of work in the beginning with the Pilates abdominal series. You're going to tuck your hips in, have your right foot forwards. So place your knee on the mat, Trinny. If you get your mat just to so that it's not uncomfortable on your knee. And then reach your left arm up, lean to the right. Keep tucking those hips. If you are hinging forwards like this, you're not actually getting a stretch, you're just opening up your hip capsule, which is actually really bad for your hips. Come back to the center. You're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So your right knee is down. Again, your hips are tucked in, right glute engaged, right arm lifts, and you lean to the left. Holding for another 6. Good. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. I want you to step forwards, and you're going to stretch out the side of the back now. Take your left wrist with your right hand. So you're holding your left wrist with your right hand. Your head is down. You're going to lift your arms so your biceps are next to your ears. Turn your body to the right and pull on your left wrist, but your hips stay in the middle. So you're getting that stretch through the side of the back. That's it. And you're going to hold here. If you do have a bulge, if you have any disc issues in your back, though, don't do this stretch. And then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. Come back to the center. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times. Shake off the head. Gently rock from side to side. Let yourself relax completely. Let gravity take care of the weight of your upper body. Stop in the center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly begin to stack up. Start to lift the arms with your palms turned up to the sky. Rise up onto your toes so your feet are parallel. And then turn your palms out. Pull your shoulders back. You can come back down onto your heels. Lengthen the neck. And your posture is set for the day, and you are done.
That was, I mean, that really made up for my lack of exercise last week, is all I can say, Natalie. I don't know how everybody else found it, but I really... It's exhausting, but I mean, how amazing we did it. Can I just homage everyone who got through it, Natalie? Because that was really, you know, I've never sweated so much. So that was fantastic.
Good. Sweat out some toxins, release some endorphins.
Yeah, I look stuffed. Yes, I am a bit stuffed, but I'm stuffed yet energized for the day. You can use a resistance band, boost cockapoo, great workout. Yeah. Everybody have a fantastic day.
Bye.
Thank you, darling. Bye.